Now, let's have a look at long answer questions, and they're very important from your board examination point of view. Why is Champaran episode considered to be the beginning of Indian struggle for independence? In this question, the Champaran episode was one of the major events in the struggle of independence. It was in the course of this small but significant moment that Gandhiji decided to urge the departure of British from India. You have to write all these things in your this answer. You have a close examination of problems of Champaran peasants by Gandhi's eyes to the unjust policies of British. And then you will be writing about the triumph of civil disobedience at Champaran, which motivated the launching of freedom movement on a large scale during Indian struggle for independence. Gandhiji's winning the case of sharecroppers provided proved that British authority could be challenged. Hence, the Champaran episode served as a stepping stone to the Indian struggle of independence. Next, Gandhi's loyalty was not a loyalty to abstractions, it was loyalty to living human beings. Why did Gandhiji continue his stay in Champaran even after indigo sharecropping disappeared? See, students, as I have already mentioned in the explanation of the chapter, but I'm repeating here once again. After the Champaran battle was won and the land reverted to the peasants, Gandhiji continued to stay in the region. His loyalty was indeed to the living human beings. He realized that a lot needed to be done for the upliftment of the peasants in the village of Champaran. Gandhiji took the initiative and began the work of eradicating the cultural and social backwardness. Primary schools were started so the poor peasants and their children could be educated. Gandhiji appealed to teachers, and many of his disciples, including his wife, son, volunteered for the work. And Gandhiji also saw that the health conditions in the area were also miserable. Gandhiji got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. All this goes to prove that Gandhiji's loyalty was not abstractions, but his politics was always intervened with practical day-to-day problems of millions. That is one of the reasons why he had such a mass appeal. Next question is describe how, according to Louis Fisher, Gandhiji succeeded in his Champaran campaign. The Champaran campaign was an attempt to free the poor peasants of Champaran from injustice and exploitation at the hands of Britishers. Gandhiji succeeded in this campaign using his method of satyagraha and non-violence. He visited Muzaffarpur to obtain complete information about the actual condition of sharecroppers, and then how he struggled with the authorities, and he organized a mass civil disobedience movement with the help of peasants. And Gandhiji's main objective was to remove fear from these fear of British landlords from the heart of poor peasants, and he was able to do that. The participation of large number of peasants proved that he made the peasants aware of their rights, gave them a newfound confidence of fighting their own battles. He also taught them to be self-reliant by refusing to take help of C.F. Andrews, his English follower, and who was going like out of way to help him, but he didn't accept his help, thus showing that the people of India were now self confident and they could actually fight their own battles. And why did Gandhiji agree to the settlement of 25% refund to the farmers? How did it influence the peasant landlord relationship in the Champaran? See, things totally changed after that. After an ancient agreement, the peasants of Champaran were sharecroppers. The landlord forced the Indian tenants to plant 15% of holding with indigo, surrender the entire crop. And as you know that when Germany developed synthetic indigo, the landlords wanted to dissolve the agreement as synthetic indigo would be cheaper. They asked the peasants for compensation to release them from the agreement. Most of them signed it willingly but felt cheated after they learnt about the synthetic indigo. Gandhi fought their Gandhi fought their case and evidence that he collected was so overwhelming that landlords were asked to repay. When Gandhiji asked for 50% repayment, the landlords offered to pay only 25, as they wanted to create a deadlock and thus prolong the dispute. To everybody's surprise, Gandhiji agreed to the refund of only 25%, and Gandhiji explained that amount of refund was not important. What mattered was the landlords were obliged to surrender a part of their money, and with it a part of their prestige as well. Question number 5 is very important from your exam point of view. Give an account of Gandhiji's efforts to secure justice for poor indigo sharecroppers of the Champaran. This is basically what you have to do in this question. You have to write in detail the journey basically, which started from Champaran with Rajkumar Shukla, and how Gandhiji collected information, how he gathered people, how he got their support, and with his intention, how he arrived in Champaran and contacted Secretary of British Landlord Association. Secretary refused to provide him any information. After this, Gandhiji met the commissioner of Tirhut division, who served a notice on him to immediately leave Tirhut. Gandhiji accepted the notice by signing it and wrote on it that he would not obey the order. He was even willing to quote arrest for the cause of peasants. After 4 rounds of talks with the governor, an official commission of inquiry was appointed, in which Gandhiji was made the sole representative of the peasants. Through this commission, Gandhiji succeeded in getting 25% compensation award for the poor sharecroppers from the British landowners, which was otherwise impossible to think that these landlords will ever accept their defeat or part with money, which and actually it was not only that they had to part with their money. Their prestige came down because they were made to realize that there are voices which can raise against them if they are doing injustice to these poor farmers. Last question is, the Champaran episode was turning point in Gandhiji's life. Elucidate. So, children, what we have to do in this question, we have discussed almost twice this question before. Here, you have to write this question in detail, and when I say in detail, that means it has to be somewhere, right? I mean, you are used to doing these long answer questions, but you have to be very careful that here you have to be very particular about the word limit, and you have to maintain it should be above 150 words, not less than that. So I hope, children, you have understood the chapter very well, because we have tried to give a that very basic approach to the chapter. We have discussed it, analyzed it, discussed the characters, discussed the problem, theme, and almost everything. So now I hope that you will do these questions in your notebook as homework, and give a text one more reading for the better understanding. Thank you and happy learning.